Hello, my name is Erica Shea, and you are tuned into Slay, where each week you and I turn our attention inward and reflect on ideas intended to help move you into a state of inspiration and empower you to take decisive, proactive action toward achieving your goals and reaching your highest potential. Today, we are discussing intentions as they are a key component to taking action in alignment with our values and achieving our desires. If you feel that you have been lacking purpose, just sort of operating on autopilot, and you would like to cultivate more presence, awareness, and fullness in your day to day, then this episode is for you. Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk definition since the word intention can have different meaning within different contexts. Oftentimes, intention is described as a thing intended, an aim or plan, which makes it very easy for many people to get confused with goals and intentions and them being one and the same. But there is a distinction. Goals are external and quantifiable, meaning that someone watching from the outside would be able to assess objectively whether or not they are met. Goals help us apply the necessary physical effort to a task at hand. So without goals, we miss out on an opportunity to act, and without action, there's no change or progress. Intentions, on the other hand, they are inward facing. They help guide us from moment to moment and maintain the right spirit as we endeavor, providing inspiration and motivation to achieve our purpose rather than to give in to challenges. So, for example, you could have a goal of burning fat and building more muscle. In order to achieve that goal, you set an intention to embrace discomfort in each workout and surrender to the process. Does that make sense? So, think of an intention as a principle for how you want to show up in all the different areas of life. It is a statement about how you want to live your life and focus your thought. So, for example, I intend to be mindful of self limiting thoughts, embrace change, let go of what does not serve me, prioritize what matters most, express appreciation, things like that. Those are all intention, which may make you wonder, okay, well, what's the difference between an intention or an affirmation? Affirmations are a truth that you are declaring. So, for example, I welcome abundance into my life. I allow myself to grow consistently. It's a truth that you are affirming. It is not a lie that you are repeating to yourself. Intentions, on the other hand, those are actions that you would like to create. So, using the previous affirmations, maybe you don't necessarily welcome change right now and you're pretty rigid, but you want to. Rather than tell yourself, I allow myself to grow consistently when you absolutely don't, you're not open right now, you tell yourself, I intend to allow myself to grow consistently, which creates this space for you to step into and move forward towards your growth and change with greater ease because it doesn't feel false, right? Intentions are about what we feel we need, which is important to define because it's when we can define and become clear on what it is we need to feel that we can choose choices and make decisions that support our desires. Remember, your feelings, they are a result of the thoughts that you are thinking, and the thoughts that you are thinking are what determine your outcomes, the results of your life. In that way, intentions, they can be viewed as a powerful tool that help guide our thoughts and our thinking, which in turn affects our feeling, which ultimately affects the decisions that we make and the actions that we take. So, in other words, in much simpler terms, the use of intentions, it supports the success of our goals and achievement of our desires tremendously. And if that felt like a lot, just on the mental, a heavy load, rewind the last 30 seconds and then pause momentarily while you work through the claim for yourself. We know success isn't easy. There are many obstacles that lead us off track. Negativity from people around us, poor finances, low self esteem, just to name a few. Those are things that can keep us from achieving the success that we desire. By setting intentions, we provide ourselves with gentle but effective reminders that we have a higher purpose and that things that we do and say in the course of 24 hours, that's what's going to help us get there. Intentions improve our focus on what's important. They set a tone of positivity, and by repeating or reminding ourselves of our intentions, We give ourselves permission to focus on the things that contribute to our happiness rather than the obstacles and negativity that we may be facing. By setting intentions, we live with intent, meaning we live with purpose, acting in ways to achieve something greater by raising our consciousness above any circumstance. I don't know about you, but that speaks heavily to me. It's just a confidence booster each time you're able to stay in that level of alignment and choose choices that truly elevate you. So, how can you go about setting and using powerful intentions for yourself? It helps to ask yourself, how do I want to feel? If you are somebody who's kind of numbed out of life lately, which I'm not judging, I have been there, you don't know maybe where or what you want to feel. You just want to feel something. Give yourself an objective. Think of a long standing goal that you've had and identify the feeling that you believe will coincide with the arrival of that. So, for example, if you value freedom and you wish to create something that is yours, your own business, what is it that you really want to feel once it's a reality? Is it contentment? Is it satisfaction? Is it joy? Is it excitement? Building on that knowledge, it helps to physically feel the emotion that you identified in your body. So, how does joy, for example, feel in your skin? Is it warm? Is it tingly? I know this sounds silly, but I'm dead fucking serious. Where does it show up in your body? Maybe your shoulders dropped. For me, I carry so much stress in my shoulders and in my traps, my neck area. So whenever I do this exercise and I feel it, that literally happens for me. Maybe your chest expanded. Maybe your belly softened, your breathing changed, a smile swept across your face. How did joy feel for you? In doing this and practicing this exercise, you're attaching emotions to physical sensations in your body, which prepares you to recognize what is working for you on a day to day, moment to moment basis, and also just stay open to receiving more of it. From there, start to list out things that you could do that support the desired feeling, but that also truly resonate with you. So, for example, I strongly desire to feel peace. I make decisions based on that. So if something disturbs my peace or takes me away from it, I basically nix that shit. And also, with that said, I do know that sometimes growth, it requires to go through some discomfort. And so maybe my peace is disrupted, but I will choose something that does disrupt or disturb my peace if it moves me forward and there's greater good on the other side. So just want to be clear with that before I move on. So a list for me of intentions that I would use include: I intend to choose thoughts that serve me. I intend to consume healthful content that lifts me up and empowers me, inspires me, and motivates me. I intend to be kind to myself and others. I intend to act with gratitude. I intend to express myself authentically with respect and consideration for others. Maybe you have just one intention for each aspect of your life, like when it comes to work, relationships, and self. Maybe you have just one intention for the day. It doesn't matter how many, what it is, and what it's for, as long as the intention resonates with you. The point is to give yourself yet another tool that helps keep you grounded, centered, and focused on what serves you on a moment to moment basis. When you feel yourself being pulled from best self center or straying from the path toward your goal, the point is to help you cultivate a virtue that helps keep you in alignment as a match for that which you wish to attract, which is super important because it's when we're clear with our attention, our focus, and our actions aligned with our intentions that the universe conspires to support us in every imaginable way. So, when faced with an obstacle, try reflecting on your intentions. Take a deep breath and remind yourself of what it is that you want to feel, embodying it to the best of your ability. Exhale negativity, that which doesn't serve you, and move forward into that next moment with a greater sense of ease and focus, that clarity. That's what you're cultivating. Allow your intentions to guide and affect your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Sometimes you're going to slip and it's going to be a-okay. We learn what we can from those not so great moments and we apply it in the future. self accountability, self grace, self awareness, mindfulness. All of that is key. Set your intention to actively empower yourself and see if you don't notice little changes that start to happen. See if you don't find yourself more open, more positive, and more focused. Because why not, right? If you enjoyed this episode, please share it in your IG story and tag me at Erica Shea. If you have not yet rated or reviewed the show, I would love for you to do so, as it really helps make the show discoverable for others as they are searching for things to listen to. As always, I thank you for tuning in. Until next time, continue to show up for yourself in a major way.